Well, as you can see, the old Husqvarna, not that old, 2011, starts when you put your foot on the accelerator. Nothing happens, it doesn't go anywhere. So Callum and I are going to try and fix it. Well, try, see what's going on anyway. So first of all, you go on the other side and pull all the grass off. Just throw the grass to the side. And then, oh yeah, that's gross. Look out, Bobby. Down. So we can undo it all. Stand back, right back, so you can get all of it in.
Worked.
Well, it's another morning. After getting the mower jacked up, I then had to go inside, and then that was it. The day was wiped out. So here we are, another day. We're to continue on. But after putting it up on the jacks, I realized after looking online and checking out some other videos that it's going to be much easier to find out the problem with the mower by pulling the whole front end up. So the chain hoist is up. I'm going to pull it up and have a look underneath. Don't you love it? Nothing better than when you need a chain, you find one. You have no idea if you've even got a key for it. So I'll just cut it off. Don't you love it even more? When your kids use your tools and then, you know, don't leave them the way you left them. Well, I can clearly see the issue. I've got it lifted up, I've had a quick look, and it's super obvious. So check this out. Like all ride-on mowers, they're belt driven. And somehow, I don't know how, the pulley, the belt, has come off the back of the transmission pulley. So it's not supposed to be behind it and around it, and it's just clearly not. So, and worst of all, this fin here, there's two fins missing, sorry, from the part of the pulley which helps keep the transmission cool. So that's going to have to be replaced. But in the meantime, I'm going to put this on and make sure that everything does work and there's nothing else wrong. So we'll get that organised and check it out. So I've got it back on. It's pretty easy. But as I was doing that, this just fell down from there like that. And the spring's just hanging out. So putting two and two together, I'm pretty sure, because I could tell that these haven't been, the spring certainly didn't go through the hole. So it looks like there would have been a washer and a split pin in there. And what happens is when you activate like the park brake, it pulls on the transmission just to disengage it, which is also part of the safety feature for starting it. So anyway, I get a bit of check inside on the manual that is what happens, and then fix that up. Yep, sure enough, went inside, checked the manual, and that rod just slides into the spring as I thought, and it just has a split pin that holds it in place. So I'm going to do that now, and then get it back on the ground and see if it works. Well, the actual diagram shows one of those pins that has the loop and springs off. So instead of using a split pin as such, I'm actually going to use this high tensile fencing wire and actually make one of these pins. Very, very similar to this. These are the ones we took off, which hold the deck plate in place. So just going to do that. And basically that's all it's got to do. Super duper cutters. This is why the shed cleanup has got to continue, because now I don't know where my cutters are. Teenagers. Well, I made it, put it on, found a washer that's pretty much a perfect fit, and then I've twisted this around too, just to make sure that it definitely can't come off. So yeah, done. Let's put it back on the ground and we'll see that it all works. Okay, moment of truth. I'm going to jump on and let's see if we have some motion. Well, no bueno. Doesn't move. Got to hoist it back up and look what else is going on. Hold your horses. I forgot one very important thing. Down on the back here, this is what disengages the transmission, and I still left it out. So now that it's back in, it's engaged. Let's try again. Well, don't you love that? Got on and just nothing. You turn the key, put on the brake, clutch, and just nothing at all. It doesn't even turn over, so. Well, don't ask how and don't ask why, but fuse. it was electrical, so it was definitely an electrical problem. So I thought, oh, I opened the bonnet and thought, right, the fuse sits here. Fuse sits here. So I just pulled it out, and then it was actually a bit hard to get out. And then, as you can see, it doesn't exactly look like it's in the greatest of shape. So I've given it a bit of a file because I don't have any spare ones, and I've tested it with the multimeter, did a continuity test, and it works. And I put it in and it started up. So the inside is pretty dirty. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I gave it a clean. And let's get it going. Well, it's going and it moved. Sounds like it doesn't sound quite 100% right like it used to. So I'm going to go for a quick drive, do a test drive, put the deck back on, test it out, make sure everything is all okay. Well, the good news is that it started. And I did just say that the transmission didn't sound quite right. So I reversed it out, and then the belt just came straight off. So I've turned it off, I've had a look, and I can see that the pulley is here and the belt's on an angle like this, so of course it's going to pull off. And I'm like, why is that? And when you're rocking the mower backwards and forth, you can see the transmission tilting, which it shouldn't do. And I've realized there's a couple of bolts on a bracket which are supposed to go down into the transmission at the front, and they're not there. It looks like parts are broken off. That is not going to be cheap, so I'm going to have to work out another way of doing it, because I certainly can't buy a whole transmission. Anyway, that's not going to happen today, so we'll continue this story.